करें क्या? Mahisha called a council of war and announced, some goddess with illusory power confronts us. How we should conduct ourselves on this occasion is something for you to decide. All his counselors began to talk at once. Mahisha could not make out what they were saying, although he cocked his ear, tilted his head, and did various things to catch the purport of this speech. तो महिषासुर के अब कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर्स जो थे बैठ के डिस्कस कर रहे थे करें क्या, तो महिषा को ज़्यादा समझ में नहीं आ रहा था, तो दिस थिंग फाइनली शाउटेड क्वाइट एवरीवन स्पीक टाइम. तो उसके मिनिस्टर्स ऐसे ही गच्चो कर रहे थे, वो बोला चुपचाप बैठे रहो, एक एक आदमी करके बोलना शुरू करें. His eyes blazed with anger. It looked as though he would draw his sword and rush at them if they did not stop. He turned to one and asked, what have you to say? तुम्हें कहना क्या है? तुम ये बताओ. मैं ऐसा सुनने का. An advisor should speak the truth and yet not offend my lord. I leave it to each of you to say what comes to your mind. Don't fear, but don't bobble all at once. आप सब लोग अपनी सारी सारी बातें बोलें, महिषासुर ने बोला, पर और निर्भीक होके बोलें, पर एक साथ ना बोलें क्योंकि मुझे कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आएगा. I will listen to each one of you and then decide to act, I think, best. Said one, can anyone take seriously the words of a girl who may be out of her mind? Pretension and falsehood are all part of a woman's nature. Can a conqueror of the three worlds possibly think that a girl like this is worth his consideration? Permit me, I will go and put an end to her capricious without much ado. Another said, you must understand and interpret a woman's talk. We must all understand a woman properly. And the assembly sniggered politely at this pleasing interpretation. Warming up to his subject, he said, and so when she offers battle, you know what it means. When she offers battle, what you know what it means. मतलब औरतें कहाँ लड़ती हैं? जब बैटल कर रही हैं तो मतलब उनका मन है कि शादी कर लो. Permit me, Marishi, I will go and bundle her up and throw her on her bed. I said, it's no joking matter, she is Maya. 18 arm, never heard of such a thing. तो बोला यार ये मामला सीधा नहीं है, ये माया है, इसके 18 आर्म्स हैं. 18 arm, never, this is no ordinary woman, we must take her seriously. Mahisha considered their suggestions and finally told the last speaker, you are the one who should approach her. Last speaker बोले तो आपको ही करना चाहिए. Don't irritate her, keep your army out of sight and approach her diplomatically. Find out why she made that terrible noise and ask her if she is angry with us. Why? तो देवी ने एक भयंकर वॉइस आवाज लगाई थी. तो बोला महिषासुर कि भाई जाके ये चेक करो भाई क्यों आवाज लगाई थी, कारण क्या था. Don't be afraid of her and don't frighten her. You must somehow find out what she has in her mind and then come and tell me everything. Capture her first and bring her to me. मतलब जो उसके दिमाग में वो लेके आओ और उस पकड़ के जो मेरे पास ले आओ. Mahisha gave so many instructions, each contradicting the other, that the demon he chose for this errand was not clear in his mind whether he should beg, pray to, or challenge the strange lady. अब महिषासुर ने अलग अलग इंस्ट्रक्शंस दिए, पर जो डीमन था वो तो पूरा ही कंफ्यूज हो गया. अब बेग करना है, चैलेंज करना है, प्रे करना है. He came back panting from his. Have you been running for your life? Asked Mahisha. Your Majesty, the tone in which she addressed me and the roar of the lion in which she was seated deafened my ears. तो वो जो था वो बोला कि देखिए मैं उसके पास गया देवी के पास और जिस टोन में उसने बात किया और उसकी जो लॉयन की गरज थी भयानक है. आई हैव बिकम डेफ माय लॉर्ड, आई कैन हियर नो मोर. मैं पूरा बहरा हो गया हूँ, कान फट गए, मैं कुछ सुन नहीं पाता. Mahesha said, you, my advisors, will have to give a very deep thought to the situation. There is no doubt that she has been created by her enemies. We must not rush headlong into a decision without duly considering all its aspects. With an air of making a profound discovery, another advisor said, there is more to this than meets the eye. And another, a council such as this does too much honor to a vagrant girl by discussing her. Let us ignore her. अरे ignore करो, चिल्ला रही, क्या प्रॉब्लम है ना. या किसी ने कहा भैया ये तो दिख रहा है वो है नहीं, कुछ अंदर मामला है. So she thinks that by flourishing her 18 arms you will be frightened. What childishness! We must prove to her that we are not taken by all this puppet show. Very well, said Mahisha. Now you go and kill her or bring her to me as a captive. मुझे captive लेके आओ या kill her. Go. The man who had spoken so bravely a minute before now hesitated. Mahisha said, all right, take an army with you and also an extra commander. Two such brilliant commanders should be able to accomplish a lot. So a fresh party set forth with many flourishes and war cries. Only a single soldier returned later, footsore and completely battered. He weighed. This paid me. वो पूरी की पूरी कमांडिंग फोर्स लेके गई और उसमें से केवल एक सोल्जर वापस आया और उसने बोला कि मुझे बचा दे और छोड़ दिया. Who I think? Asked Mahesham. I beg your pardon, my lord. I mean, she spared me so that I might come and describe the scene. तो बोला अरे मैं आपको बताना भूल गया कि उस लड़की उसने स्पेयर कर दिया ताकि मैं वापस आके आपको बता सकूं. All the others are dead and there is no trace of them. All were devoured by the lion in which that terrible lady desires. मतलब सारे लोगों को उस औरत के बब्बर शेर ने खा लिया. He shivered at the memory of her and continued. Vultures signaling, circling over it, could not even got not even a scrap. That lion chewed up even the bones like a candy. Where are your commanders? They were crushed by her mace. She would not let them complete the message from your lordship. Even as one was speaking, she cut short his career. When others advanced towards her, she plucked the string of her bow and twanged it. At the sound of it, half of your enemy fainted. The other half fled, but a shower of arrows overtook and finished them. When a surviving commander approached her, she struck them down with a mace, and she also reduced to rubble the grand chariot on which her commanders had been riding. And that lion was ever ready to clean up. When her leader fell, flowers rained from the heaven, and I heard the gods praise her valor. We were right in guessing that she had been set up by the miserable gods, who have no courage to face us and are not ashamed to use a woman, said a soothsayer. And Mahisha picked that very soothsayer to go with a very large body of armed men to conquer the woman. Once again, only one messenger came back to report the results. Each of her 18 arms carries a weapon and she wields all of them simultaneously. 18 arms हैं और 18 arms से जो 18 weapons को simultaneously. Said this reporter, and Mahisha ordered this man to be tortured and put to death as a harbinger of evil tidings. 4 of his best commanders with their armies were gone without a trace. He sent 2 more with the order. You must come back with her and we will teach her a lesson that she will never forget. मुझे बहुत कस के नींद आ रही है आज. ठीक है. मैं कब भूख तो नहीं लगती तो एक सेब उठा के ले जाओ. मुझे बहुत कस के नींद आ रही है.